Okay, TM Nation, what you're looking at is a pair of the Soundpeatds H1 Bluetooth True Wireless earbuds. Before I picked up my pair, I had been hearing good things about these, and I have to say, after owning my pair for just over 2 weeks now, these provide you with some solid specs and some of the best sound quality I have tried at the price point. For $79.99 retail, they're packing Bluetooth 5.2. They are also rocking aptX along with a low latency gaming mode, CVC 8.0 for those clear voice calls, and up to 40 hours of total use. In this video, I'm going to tell you how they have performed for me so far, and I also have some tests throughout the video to help you make a more informed buying decision. But for those of you that want to know what you'll get inside of the box, let's enjoy this smooth instrumental and check out the unboxing experience. First, taking a look at the charging case, the design for me is fine. It's not the most unique looking case, but it gets the job done. In the hands, it does feel sturdy, so I don't think you'll have any issues protecting your earbuds. It's also a nice size in my opinion. It's a little bit on the thicker side, but at the same time, it's not too large to throw in a normal sized pocket, book bag, or purse. Overall, there's not too much going on the outside of the case besides your Soundpeatds branding on the top and your USB Type-C charging port in the back. But once you flip the top lid of the case up, you'll see that there are 4 LED lights on the inside to show you the case's charging status. Now this is a nice feature to have, but I would have preferred to have it on the outside. And before I forget guys, one thing that I am extremely happy to report is that you do get wireless charging with the case. Battery life wise, with the earbuds you should expect to get a maximum usage out of them of about 10 hours. And as I mentioned in the intro, you'll be able to throw the earbuds back into the case a few times for a total usage of about 40 hours. So far, I'm averaging about 9 hours and 18 minutes on a single charge using the earbuds at about 75% of the max volume most of the time. I have to say that I never really felt the need to go past 75% as these earbuds get louder than 90% of the other earbuds I have in my collection. Moving on to the design of the earbuds, they have a unique look to them that's fine with me. As you can see, they kind of have a matte finish to them that looks good in my opinion, and I really like this finish because it doesn't show up fingerprints that much at all. As for the form factor, they aren't mini earbuds as the shape overall is a little bit large, but they aren't overly large or overly heavy when I have them in my ears. I will say this though, if you're looking for earbuds that don't stick out much, these may not be the best choice for you as they do stick out quite a bit. From my experience so far, if somebody's walking directly towards you or coming up behind you, they'll be able to see them pretty easily. But like I said earlier, in the ears they feel completely fine for me. In the box you do get multiple sets of silicone ear tips, and you also get a pair of memory foam ear tips, so you should be able to find something that gives you a snug fit. The included memory foam ear tips fit me just fine. So far I've been able to use them for hours at a time without getting any ear fatigue or discomfort. Now I do want to note that these are not using any active noise cancelling technology, but with the correct sized ear tips installed, they'll give you a moderate level of passive noise cancelling. I did use the H1s for exercise, and as to be expected, they stayed in place relatively well until I became sweaty. You have to remember guys that the design of these earbuds doesn't have any ear hooks, any wingtips, or anything of that nature. So once the sweat started flowing, I did have to reposition them once or twice to keep them from falling out. For light jogging and walking, these stayed in place for me just fine, but just keep in mind that if you're going to be doing a lot of sweating or moving around a lot, you're probably going to have to reposition these a couple times. As I touched on earlier, these are using Bluetooth 5.2 and you do have aptX along with a low latency gaming mode. I've used the H1s with both my iPhone 12 Pro and my Galaxy S21, and even without the gaming mode turned on, everything seemed to be pretty synced up. I will say that while I was playing Call of Duty Mobile without the gaming mode on, there was a slight delay there, but the game was still playable. Once I enabled the gaming mode though, everything seemed to be pretty much instantaneous. There was no more noticeable lag. For the playback controls with these, they're going to be executed by touch. There are no physical buttons on either earbud. And I'm also happy to note that you have all of your playback controls with these. You can control your tracks, calls, voice assistant, and volume. Concerning the amount of sound leakage that you'll get with the H1s, they are going to leak some sound, but I don't think it's terrible considering how loud they get. I think the way that these earbuds are designed pushes most of the sound down into your ears, but I did take a sample for you guys so that you can judge for yourselves. Let's check it out. For the water resistance that you'll get with the H1s, they're rated at IPX5, which will do just fine against splashes of water and sweat. I did do my water test by spraying water all around the earbuds just to see how they would react while being wet. Let's take a look at what happened. So specs and features out of the way, guys, let me touch on how the H1s have performed for me sound quality wise. To my ears, the highs and mids are crisp and clear, and you really get a nice warm sound from them. Overall, I can hear most of the detail in my music. Those background vocals and instruments come through just fine. And as I mentioned earlier, these do get more than loud enough for my personal liking, and even at the higher volumes, these are still able to maintain a respectable amount of clarity in your music. But I have to say, guys, that the star of the show with these earbuds is gonna be the low end. You really get some nice deep and punchy bass that can really surprise you at times. And one thing that I like about the sound signature with these earbuds is that you do not get a manufactured or fake sound. I must say that I am impressed with those 8.6mm nose drivers. When it comes to the bass, they do a great job of giving you that subwoofer feel in your ears, which is not an easy task for a pair of earbuds. Relative to the call quality, these are packing CVC 8.0 along with 2 mics on each earbud to focus on capturing clear speech. I have made quite a few voice calls using the earbuds, and so far nobody has complained about how I sounded. In my opinion, I think they do a pretty good job. But as always, I did capture a sample for you guys using the mics on the earbuds so that you can judge for yourselves. Let's check it out. Alright guys, so right now I have the earbuds paired to my iPhone 12 Pro. As you can see, the audio that you're hearing right now is coming directly from the microphones on the earbuds. Now I'm not going to do any type of editing to this audio, so this should give you a pretty good idea of how these perform for voice calls. All in all, fam, these earbuds are extremely impressive for the price. The battery life is good, the call quality is good, the audio quality is really good, and don't forget you're getting aptX for compatible devices along with Bluetooth 5.2 for a stable connection. For the price, the only thing that I would have liked to see is a companion app that you could use to tune the sound a little bit, or at least choose from a couple of different EQs. Besides that, for what you're getting here at right around 80 bucks, these are extremely solid. I would not hesitate to recommend them to anyone considering picking up a pair, but especially for all of you bass heads out there in TM Nation, I think that you'll like these. But you have made it this far in the video, guys. If you haven't already, please drop a like on it for me because it definitely helps the channel grow and I appreciate it. Also, if this was your first time here, why don't you consider subscribing, as I drop at least one video on content just like this per week. But until next time, like I always say, y'all be safe, y'all stay positive, and most importantly, y'all have a great day. I will catch y'all in the next one, but until then, it's your boy Tech Mo, and I'm out. Peace.